NFL brings us to the Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
368!
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and
4. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Heads up!
They'll try on fourth. Here's Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Passing. It's Dalton. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Dalton now to pass. In the hands of Kamara. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, that's what you call being manhandled at the point of attack, and I know the offensive line gets a lot of blame for that one. But occasionally, the defense just knows what you're going to do. Maybe they scouted it perfectly. Maybe someone tipped it off.
Touchdown! Juwan Johnson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. Here's Walker to start the drive. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
19 driving.
Throwing now is Geno. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. Finding Johnson on the out route. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the...
Mara, 10 more yards. That's another Saints.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
32-yard line.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Johnson's got it complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Looking for Alvin Kamara on the slant. And the Saints are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Kamara. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to second and goal.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
44. There you go.
Kamara trying again. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball third time, but then it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a third and goal situation. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Lutz is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll run it with Kamara, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns. Wants to try to end the PAT. And it's good to make it 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen. They need for it to happen now.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
They snap it to Smith. He's got a man, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Smith. And that's going to be caught, Dwayne Eskridge. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Smith. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tyler Lockett in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Dalton's throw caught by Olave. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final act of the first half, Dalton. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Out of the gun, Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. To throw here, Dalton. A quick throw, but incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie, coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners, they end up winding up on special teams and set packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Geno now to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down with an explosive gain of 34.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead running, here's Dallas.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They never went crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Play action. It's Smith. And his throw here's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Geno. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Dallas up the middle.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Myers' kick is good, and they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
93, 52, 93, 46.
They run it again with Kamara. Room here to run. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 72 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down in the 38.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing. Dalton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton airing it out deep for Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Now Smith. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
And he'll get this to his running back, DJ Dallas.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And it would appear that the Saints are going to win this football game. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. He throws, and he hits the slant route to Thomas.
He's up to the 20. Now he's loose at the 40.
He's at the 40.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That was so well-timed. Just a perfect throw on the slant.
Hit him on the move, didn't he? Now he's going against the grain of the defenders coming over to try and stop him. That allowed for that additional yardage downfield.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
So this one